a fast. I've been fasting more than 20 hours. Didn't eat since waking up. And it's quite a long time since. So, start the faucet. Gluten-free bread. Refresh the garlic butter. Great garlic. So I'm an augmenting optimizer. I take pre-existing products and improve them. So this started being regular butter, lactose-free butter, and I've added turmeric, ginger, black pepper, the antioxidant spice trio, and grated garlic into it before, and also poured in some olive oil. And I'm gonna add some more garlic too. My persecution tar en video, tar det second persecution called government king stalking. Och tar den till oss. Jag vet inte om det. I'm a self-trained, self-taught martial artist in the physical. And I can outshine the professional UFC athletes. For example, pro boxer Tony Jeffries, who broke a Guinness World Record in punches per 24 hours of this. Yeah, I saw him make a video on Instagram Reels. Yeah, I know it's like shadow boxing. It's like, yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but it's like I didn't speed up the footage, I promise. And I know that I can shadow box already like at least as fast. And I record a video right away and do it. See, so that's the level of athleticism that I have, where I can outshine people that are pro boxers. See? In hand speed. So the guy boasts about his hand speed, and I can outshine, be at least as fast. Sugar Sean O'Malley, another one, makes a video about his hand speed. I remix his video, and I'm at least as fast as he is. See? So because God has enabled me to be self-trained, self-taught, and everything I can do, powerful knees, kicks, elbow strikes, throw hard and fast punches. I didn't go to a gym, so I pray to God. Okay. And the program will send people to my chat to be like, gas type, like actors. Like if I'm doing well, like throw punches, hard and fast shots, they will send people like, you suck, kind of. That's probably what they do. And as I was training all today, and I was teaching people how to land an overhand right, and like showing how I do it in training. The overhand right, bang, bang, and then overhand right. And somebody came in and be like, I would grab your leg. If you miss that shot, I would grab your leg and you would lose your mind. So because I'm standing here, and that's like, so they like basically act like, yeah, you would listen. Notice how it's like, oh, you ain't shit. So I'm throwing techniques and teach overhand right there. Well, if you miss your first shot, I will grab your leg and you will lose your mind, stuff like this. So they're trying to say this like, see, it's like I'm throwing punches and I'm doing well. Yeah, well, yeah, if I grab your leg or something like this. Like and so the acting turned down it's undeniable my striking, see. So if you go to, well, if I would grab your leg, you would know what to do or something like this. It's like, what world are you living in? I made videos training other things. So you look at me on a video throwing a certain comp or something like this. You go like, well, and before that I have been explaining how there's a difference between boxing, if you're training, Muay Thai and MMA. Because in boxing, and I was teaching this, how the certain stance in box, for example, the bladed stance is standing close to your target wrist, and all you have to be concerned about is punches. So certain things are specific to boxing. Like in boxing, for example, the other guy's gonna punch from here, I go like this, see. But if you're fighting in, so you gotta be concerned about his punches. But if you're fighting Muay Thai and you do this, see, you might get caught with a head kick as you do that, and maybe head into a head kick. So there was a person came in, I will grab your leg. If you miss the first, I'll practice over the right, bang, bang. So if you miss your first shot, I will grab your leg with your mind. So trying to say that it's like it's nothing. Well, I'm a prodigy and extraordinary. So I went one time to an MMA gym, and the first time, as the first guy rookie, I submitted at least 2 guys there with no training, see, in an MMA gym, wrestling, see. First time at an MMA gym, it's like, they act like, well, Mike strikes under my knife, so we had to be like, but you wouldn't know what to do if I wrestle you, something like this. First time I tried out, did a session, one session, see, so I'm not discrediting myself. I said I tried out one time, I go to the MMA gym and try rolling with guys, okay. And the first time doing that, I submitted 2 people with no previous, not watching YouTube videos, tutorials, something like this. But I watched UFC match, and one of them, I'm spoiling a guy, and he started in front of each other like this, and he kind of moves in to shoot on me, and I get him in the guillotine, I think it's called. But I get him in a front choke. I like this or like this, okay. And another person, it's like there's a takedown on the ground, and I get him mounted, see, in one with another person. So I ended up like getting a top position, like rolling with another person, mounted. And then it's like MMA, so it's like I'm simulating grounded pound because I got the mount, see, so I know what to do. First I end up in top position in the mount, and then I'm simulating punches. So because I'm not in sparring like a fight, okay. So it's like he's got his hands like this, and I'm not even touching, and I go kind of like, it's like this. I got this position. I'm practicing ground and pound from there. Kind of shot it in the air, okay, not hitting him. So I got top position. It's like kind of like this, see. So and he went like, you can hit it. Like he went like kind of holding patch. I go, no, it's like this. I'm just okay. So I caught one guy as we were wrestling, moving in, like shooting on me in whatever it's called. Some techniques I don't know what they call. I'm guessing, but I know how to do them. So he move in like this, and I get him like in the front choke from the front. If I move into like this, for example, this is a move where you can control the neck, like either like this, or you can get like a guillotine, I think it might be called. And I did tap out myself, so I tapped 2 guys first time trying out. I did get tapped myself later on, and it was a guy who was like physically powerful and very skilled. So I guess he was skilled for sure. They had been training, and we were rolling with each other. So he's like a stronger guy, and he's most likely been training for a while. And we're against the wall, it's like a padded wall, and he's against the wall, and he's got me. I can tell, so I know that I'm in danger of the rear naked. See. On my first, like he's behind me, he got my back, and I know I'm in the rear naked, so I like answer the phone. I put my hand up here, and he's starting to wiggle around, gonna get around it, and it's like tightening slowly, and I'm like defending and trying to get like a hand in there. So it's like I was defending for a long time, well, okay, but eventually he got it like secured and squeezed, and I tapped out. So, and that's the first time trying it, and that's when I was less powerful and athletic, and had that done things on a dummy where I'm shooting takedowns and practicing rear nakeds on the dummy, like practice. I've seen UFC fights and I'm able to pull off a choke on a guy shooting on me from having watched UFC fights, I guess. So it's like in the database, and I'm able to pull it off and like defend the rear naked from like watching Rogan podcast. It's like how to defend rear naked against the phone and stuff like this, and seeing UFC fights. See, so and I'm just able to execute it. So yeah, I guess you got to turn to that now, because it's like, oh, Mike is undeniable with his striking, so we got to go to like, well, he ate crap on the ground or something like this. Well, what do you know? Okay, it's like, if you miss the first shot, I will grab your leg. Okay, grab my leg. Bang, that's a knee. Okay, you see, if you grab my leg, you can be hit as you grab my leg. I can knee you. There's many things you can do. And if I miss that first shot, I go bang here. Okay, I can shoot a takedown on you, see? So it's like, but I guess in your gaslight false reality, it's like, well, Mike is undeniable with his striking, and he's a guy who could knock most people out. He's got that crack in his shots. He's got speed and power. So you got to go to that make believe that Mike ain't crap on the ground. No, I can do a rear naked and armbar, leg locks, defend a takedown sprawl, shoot a takedown, single leg, double leg. I can take somebody down. Okay, and I am not the easiest person to take down either. Okay, so if you want to live in some world where it's like, oh, Mike Santiago was striking, he wouldn't. But it's like, yeah, but I'm now running false reality gas at it. But yeah, but if you grab my leg, so it's like I was freely teaching people an overhand combo. It's like, here's a way to set up an overhand, like close the distance, touch with the left, throw an overhand. Now check the chat later on. It's like, if you would miss the first shot, I would grab your leg and you would lose your mind. This is what does that mean? But like he's trying to say that I don't know any wrestling, so it's like all it takes if you grasp my leg. It's like I'm like, wow, panic. I don't know what to do or something like this. No, okay. I've been in street fight wrestling matches before. I've been taken down before. Okay, so yeah, but whatever you gotta tell yourself, okay, buddy. Keep like lying to yourself, because like, yeah, I need to tell myself Mike is harmless because he's the opposite of that. So okay, no, there's certain things you can do. Okay, there's leg locks, there's chokes from the front, from the back, there's takedowns, there's judo throws, there's Muay Thai sweeps, and not only have I seen them, but I've been training them. So. But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Why do I see Tony Ferguson and other people in MMA upload videos of training? They have like a dummy that they use to shoot takedowns on, and sometimes a dummy on the ground to practice ground and pound, which I've been doing. But if that was pointless, how would the star athletes be doing it? If that doesn't actually translate to in the ring ability, it does nothing. Why would they be doing it then? Like get a dummy, shoot a takedown on a dummy, and then go to ground and pound. Why would they be training like that if it doesn't help them? Okay, so, and you know, the beauty is, without this like professional training going to gym, if I'm able to pull things off, God is glorified by that. See? Because it was like, well, me today in my previous training stream, showing undeniably high level striking, fast and powerful, and it's like I didn't go to boxing gym and learn this. And if I look at the YouTube channels, it's like most guys are physically weak and they can't throw power shots, okay? So it's like, that's why there's so much content, like how to throw with power, and like boxing coach can make you like, why your power like, why your punches like power for this. You gotta do it like this. It's like, I'm not one of these guys, because you watch my videos, apparently I don't have to watch videos on how to learn to throw power shots, see? It's like people can tell, okay? Where it's like, I throw border shots and head shots, and it's hard and fast. So apparently I'm not one of these people who need to learn that. So God has enabled me to do things, and if I'm able to pull things off, do you understand? Okay, it's like if I would show up here, and when I start live streaming martial arts training on my YouTube channel, I'm a guy that's been going to an MMA or boxing gym for 24 months now, okay? And I can do what I can do. It's like, wow, there's like the speed and the power, okay? It's not bad. It'll be like, well, as everybody else, if like go to gym and they're consistent, they can get to a high level. But if I go, well, this is what I can do, and I'm a guy that prayed to God to get better at fighting after becoming a Christian, and I've been just like training and I'm able to execute moves. See, then that looks like rare, and I can go, yeah, because I pray to God. And that's David, Psalm 144:1. Blessed be the Lord, my strength. See, physical power. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, who teaches my hands to war, fingers to fight. Because I pray to God to get better at fighting as a young man, young Christian, and I can throw high-level striking and things like this. See, so if you be like, well, of course, Mike's been going to boxing for 24 months, and everybody goes to boxing, got a pro coach and the training, and have somebody help them along. It's like they're gonna get better. It'd be kind of plausibly dismissible as like any average Joe that frequently train at a pro gym. Is like this is the format that works for everybody to improve the boxing. It'd be kind of like, well, they ain't okay. Now, if you're a guy who's like has not to go to boxing gyms, you pray to God as a Christian get better fighting, like Neo the Matrix. I know Kung Fu, I know boxing, see, okay. I can do boxing, okay. Now God can be more glorified by that. And it's not as easy as plausible level. Well, of course, Mike's been going to boxing gym for 6 months now, and he can throw hard 1-2s, or like a jab, and then hook off the jab, okay. And I think that's interesting too, because it's not like once a year or something like this. It's like a lot of these videos. It's like the video they did on Sugar Sean O'Malley, remixed this video and bested him. It's like, or at least on par. Where I saw a video show up. Sugar Sean O'Malley showcases, not the SS editions. Sugar Sean O'Malley showcases ridiculous hand speed or something like this. And it's like a shortage he's got. And it's like, yeah, it's like, here's the speed, okay. And it's throwing it mitts. And it's like, it's fast, see. So notice I'm not like my haters. There's like, delusion, or no, he ain't shit, he can't hit hard, he got no speed. It's like, yeah, he's fast, okay, but I'm faster, see, okay. And it's like, go like remix, put there, and then I throw punches, and people can watch it, I'm at least as fast, see. That's it. So haters on me constantly people want to see me better than them. And I'm told of a secret phone called Gang Suckathon videos. So it's hard for them to recruit people to bully me and pick on me and mess with me in the flash. Like if there's gonna be somebody that's in the supermarket and be a bully messing with me, it's hard for them. It's like monkey wrenching the machinery in the city, where if the government wants to recruit people to be supermarket bullies and show up there like stalk me, they're, oh, here's that brush again. It's harder to recruit people to bully someone if they have a platform and they're on YouTube and it's like, well, this guy is stronger, harder, better, faster, stronger, more physically powerful, got better stamina, cardio. He's been training fighting techniques. It's like this is not a soft target. There's somebody that it's like people feel less comfortable bullying somebody like that. See, so that's what it's about. That's why they have. It's like for the gang stalking cult to have like people write, this guy will get knocked out in 3 seconds, and it's like the cult can be like, yeah, it's like somebody said that in the chat. It kind of helps us to have false sense of delusions, okay, like a very real delusion. So I know what's going on. I'm not done. So Tony Jeffries too. I'm in bed. Okay, what is this? Months ago, 3, 4, I don't know. But I'm in bed, doom scrolling, open up Instagram, there's something to start playing Tony Jeffries. And he's like, basically this. It's like, but only not that fast, okay? Less fast than that, shadowboxing. And it's like, shadowboxing. It's like, yeah, it might be hard to believe, but it's like, I didn't speed up the footage, okay? And then how to have hand speed, or stuff like this. And he takes up weights and shadowboxing weights, and then does no more shadowboxing. And I go, well, first of all, I'm a guy that has been faster than that with my shadowboxing already. So it's not like I have to watch this to learn, but I see they kind of take it as a challenge. See? It's like, yeah, this is amazing speed to a point where I get that people think it's fake or something like this, but I didn't fake it. And it's like, he says, okay, I know I've already done videos before. Notice once again, I haven't been like, go to gym and be like, coach, can you learn me how to get hand speed? I pray to God, and I just want to say, stand up, the hand speed. So, I saw Tony Jeffries' video kind of boasting about his hand speed, and it's like, I know that I've been faster in shadowboxing than him. So I go, had a conference like, okay, get this here, do a remix of his video with strong hands. And then it's like, totally different source, Mike's hand speed for this. So I kind of reply to his content. And then I shadowbox, and I'm at least as fast, and I would say faster than he was in my hand speed. And that's a pro boxer. They recently won a Guinness World Record in punching. It's most precisely numbers of punches thrown in 24-hour period or something like that. Same with David Goggins record. Okay. So and that's not sissy shadowboxing. Those punches, if they land, they're gonna hurt. See? That's hand speed for you. And it's the front cam, so I'm moving fast enough to where it becomes a blur of speed. So if I want to have it more clear, and it's not just like a blur of speed, because I'm so fast, I have to get better lighting and use the back cam, the 720p. So keep up, I'm too fast. Okay. Yeah. There's a YouTuber called I Show Speed. Okay. Well, I've been doing it too. See, I've been showing speed. I show speed. I've been showing a lot of speed. Okay. And then my class is 2.2. It's like superhuman and so extraordinary. People have to come accuse me of being on drugs, like performance enhancing drugs. So you know you made it when people are accusing you of being on drugs, because it's hard to believe. See, you're so good that you seem too good to be true sometimes. It's like the stamina quarter, how long you can train, and every time I do that has been the fastest day, by the way. Didn't eat breakfast, didn't eat since wake up. I do almost fasting. I fast 20 plus hours, eat once a day. Today I might eat more than once, but I've been doing almost fasting for around 6 years now, 9 or 10 days. So the basic thing is fasting 20 plus hours, and 9 or 10 days I eat OMAD. And now and then I fast 20 hours, then eat 2 or 3 times. And that'd be on a rare occasion. So I'm doing almost fasting 90 out of 100 days, 900, 1,000 for the last 6 years. So here we go. You know what? The last two will have macro flavor. So this is my homemade do-it-yourself garlic powder with the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant spice trio. There's nothing else I can teach you. If you want to make your meals healthier, here's some healthy spices that you're cooking. Turmeric with ginger and black pepper, using those together. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is an antioxidant, aka anti-inflammatory. Ginger contains gingerols, which is an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. And black pepper contains piperine, which is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So the black pepper enhances the absorption of the anti-inflammatory ingredients in like the active ingredient in turmeric and ginger. So black pepper, turmeric, and ginger. If you're cooking and you want to make it healthier, the food, adding turmeric, ginger, and black pepper to your food can make it healthier. Meaning if you're gonna have spice, what spice to use? These are like a powerhouse, like a trio, trifecta, a trio of anti-inflammatory spices. They work well together. So also cayenne pepper and chili. Cayenne chili contains capsaicin, which is also an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. That's not a healthy spice. Okay. Now, you don't get the idea that it's like all you need to do to be your best self, strongest, fittest, most athletic. It's like, well, you just need to eat, okay? And like add a little bit of spices. No, that's part of the whole picture. That can make a difference in making every meal a little bit healthier. Just spices, whatever you're eating, add some anti-inflammatory spices to it. Now, you should supplement, okay? In my view, you have to be careful with YouTube with this. Okay, so I believe that a person needs to supplement. Okay, I don't trust my diet, so I don't believe that I can get enough vitamins from eating a very diet. Okay, fruits and vegetables. Okay, so here we go. This is El Dorado macro fillets in tomato sauce. So this is almost like a nostalgic snack that I still eat. Okay, there's some things I might have eaten as a kid that I don't eat anymore. But this one is foods that I've eaten since I was a kid. And it's macro fillets in tomato sauce. Okay, and it doesn't have added sugar, it's just macro fillet in tomato sauce. And 3 times 125 grams. And I've eaten this just out of the can I started eating it. I'm not that picky really. And since childhood as a snack sometimes. Like before I went into the almond fasting as an adult and I eat once a day. Where I'd be like eating like breakfast, lunch and dinner. Like 3 times a day or so. Very quickly if you want a snack you got hard bread or toast and you just get a fork and get the macro tomato sauce on there, and it's protein and it's tomato sauce and it has like a good, not sweet, but it has like a kind of mellow. You can add cayenne pepper to it too if you like it more spicy. Put some cayenne pepper in it, stir it up and then spread it. But yeah, it's like one of these. It's definitely healthier than like putting Nutella if you're gonna have toast or sandwiches. The macro tomato sauce like this is definitely a better thing to put in your sandwiches than Nutella or something like this. So. Okay, yeah. I'm looking for the cayenne pepper. Here's some Tabasco sauce. I had this Scorpion Tabasco, McElhenny Company Tabasco Scorpion chili, and it's super strong. Chili strength, how strong chili or cayenne is measured in SHU, Scoville heat units. The higher the SHU number, the stronger it is. So the higher the SHU number, the higher the capsaicin content. The higher the capsaicin content, the stronger and the more antioxidant capacity. Now with chilies, there's a point where you can overdo it. It can possibly damage the gut lining and things like this. So you don't want to eat so strong, like eat chili in a way kind that's so strong and so much you end up having a pain in the stomach the next day and things like this. So this way is to buff it with like mix it with the right type of stuff. I saw a video of Marco P. White brought his son to Thailand. They ate at a Michelin restaurant, and he went into the kitchen. And he said, Michelin chef himself, and he just like did a travel cook show. And he went in there, and he's in the kitchen, okay, backstage, and like cooking. So what's that? Well, this is like chili paste for this. Look at taste that. And taste it, and then he starts like, well, yeah, there's a fire in my mouth now, okay. And like as I was doing it, the chef was like, no, that's too strong or something like this. Okay, so I guess they maybe mix it into the mother sauce or whatever they do. So they kind of dilute it and mix with other stuff to kind of cut it a little bit. I don't know, but it's like it's not supposed to be used like you put it and eat like this. It's like super strong, okay? Maybe mix it into food. But it's like, eats it. It's like, yeah, my mouth's on fire. And the guy had like an emergency and had like a trick to it. Like in situation somebody eats too spicy. And it's like fresh coconut milk. So they bought like a fresh coconut milk where a spoon ate it, and it's like, oh yeah, it kind of, that's like a fire extinguisher or something like this. So, Yeah, my point is this. This I wouldn't put on a sandwich, okay, because it's so strong that it's too strong, okay. So capsaicin, you can build up tolerance to it. So if you want to add, that's another health. There's like 4. I told you already about the turmeric, ginger, black pepper trio. You mix that into your food, it can make the food healthier. Now, if you also add chili or cayenne pepper to it, you add more anti-inflammation, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant power. So it's not ibuprofen. See, people know ibuprofen has side effects. It might be more potent in terms of inflammation, but these things are natural antioxidants, anti-inflammatories. That you use enough of them, it can make a difference without the side effects with ibuprofen, for example. Okay, so some people like they have a little bit of soreness to take an ibuprofen or something like this. I would recommend that. Okay, it's like you get your diet to be anti-inflammatory. That goes a long way, and there'd be less people taking like anti-inflammatories if they ate an anti-inflammatory diet. Okay, so talk to the doctor for taking the supplements and medications. Okay, nothing I've said in instructions to take as medical advice information. Disclaimer. So, McElhenney and Company Tabasco brand Scorpion sauce. So, it's a chili grower called Ed something, Gaines, no, Ed, and I've seen at least since I'm kind of like a chili connoisseur and like spicy food, and I know it's healthy. And this guy, he's a chili grower, and he was the guy who cultivated and brought forth the Carolina Reaper, which had the Guinness World Book of Records of the strongest chili at some point in time, and now something else might have superseded it. And I've seen some episodes with him, content with him, where he's talking about chili and how he loves it, and he likes like the flushing effect when he likes to eat chili, like get the flushing effect, it makes him feel good. And anyways, a point. And he talked about eating chili, you build up tolerance to it. So I knew that before I watched it, but it's still interesting. So capsaicin is something you can build up chili to. So if like your grandma does like spicy food, she eats kind of bland food, okay. And if you would like add a quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, like regular strength, to soup or something like this, she may be like, wow, it's really hot. But people in Thailand eat a high capsaicin diet, like they like spicy food, so like a lot of Thai cuisine has chilies in it. They might kind of, I don't think this is super spicy, okay. So capsaicin can build up tolerance to it. It's not like if you're tough or not, it's like more about if you build up tolerance to it. So if somebody hasn't been eating chili and cayenne rich food, and they're gonna be like, wow, this is really hot. And over time, you eat chili, you can build up tolerance. Ed, the chili grower, he was to a point where he said it's like, he did like reviews on hot sauces, like kind of a wine test or something like this, and he tests different ones. I think going from like light ones to hot ones, similar to like this spill you got to eat actually hot sauce with this challenge you see some people do. And it's like, yeah, this is like ketchup to me. Like one of the hot sauces, like I can barely feel if there's any heat in there. It's like ketchup to me because he's been so into eating chili for so long. So anyway, this is the Scorpion Tabasco sauce, and this is too strong to add on my sandwiches here because it will be like burning my mouth and stomach. Okay, so I really like strong flavors. So this is the recently acquired lower strength Tabasco sauce. This is McElhenney Company Tabasco and pepper sauce. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, simple snack. And since I like it spicy, you make things the way that you like it, okay? I've taught before my homemade garlic sauce recipe, which my mom taught me actually as a kid. So sometimes as a kid, my mom would be cooking, and I'd be like, come in and help out a little bit. Hey, can you stir this stuff like this? Okay, can you get the black pepper? Do you understand? So one of the things she taught me was garlic sauce. It's like a simple thing I still use to this day. I love it. So I like strong flavors. Garlic, wasabi, chilies, things like this. That I like food like that. So one sauce that my mom taught me that I can pass on to you how to. All you need is garlic and yogurt, natural yogurt, not like the candy yogurt that has like berries or blueberries or sweeteners in there. You want like plain yogurt, kefir or yogurt, okay? Greek yogurt, whatever, plain yogurt. You get a bowl. Fill it to 50% a bowl. Let's say this was a bowl this size, okay? fill it to 50% with yogurt, and you either grate or press garlic in it. See, so garlic and yogurt and stir it up, and it can be used as a dipping sauce for chips. Instead of buying like a spice mix, they had MSG and all this other stuff, and the other people, and they had that as common like for snacks in Swedish corner stores. People go to get potato chips for moving and stuff like this, and they have this like spice mixes next to this potato chips, and people buy those and then put it in there and stir it. So okay, so anyway, it's similar to that. You can use it for a dipping sauce. You can use it with a steak, like a pork chop, and use it for meat. It's like an all-round general purpose sauce that I use for all kinds of stuff. Like anything, if I have like a pork chop or some other type of steak or hamburger, I can use it like as a dipping sauce for that, or I can use it as a dipping sauce for potato chips, something like this. So it's something that can be used for all kinds of stuff. So how you do it? Simply get a bowl, fill it to 50% with yogurt, natural plain yogurt. Grate garlic into it, to preference. Okay. Some people are sensitive to garlic. I use a ball garlic, which is about the size of a meatball, and it's garlic, and it's a ball, okay, and squeeze it into that. So you can try it at a low amount and see, taste a little bit, and be like, no, I like it a bit spicy, you can add more. So yeah, yogurt and garlic, stir it up, and put it in the fridge to cool it, and it can solidify a little bit by the cooling. So a lot of times the ultra texture, some yogurts be a little bit too runny, so get garlic in there, and you can use it to dip your sauce or whatever, okay? And then, that's the base, yogurt and garlic, stirred up, cooled, okay? I use as a sauce. Now, I like to optimize and enhance it, so I take that recipe, which I've used many times, like I remember seeing my mom talk when I'm a guy cooking for myself, it's like, and I tried it, wow, it's really great, okay, it's still great. Now, over time, it's like, a lot of times, if I do that base, I've augmented it, and I pour some olive oil in it, see. So all you need is the garlic and the yogurt, but you can make it to your preference. So I pour in a teaspoon of olive oil in there, add some cayenne pepper, turmeric, ginger, whatever you want to put in there. So anyway, here is the microwave tomato sauce. Like I said, this is something I had as a snack quite a lot as a kid. Is I get some bread over toast and have this and spread it with a fork. And that's how I eat it to this day. And it's a healthy snack. So this is Tabasco pepper sauce. Everything takes long when I'm talking about what I'm doing. So if I'm cooking privately, it's like this would have been done a long time ago, the sandwiches, but I carry away talking about stuff. So this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do, get the Tabasco sauce in there. So I've also bought chili from a Swedish hot sauce company, Skåne chili, and they had a yellow one, like a yellow chili, small bottle. It had like skulls on it, like super strong warning kind of stuff. And I like this one. And if it was just mackerel, it could be like dry, but the tomato sauce makes it is all you need. You don't have to like pour in all add butter. Just this, the tomato sauce with the mackerel fillets. You can use it to spread it on bread, and the bread will soak it up and make it not dry. We'll do ahead the lid first here. So I'm about to break my fast. I fast more than 20 hours a day, didn't eat to wake up today. I do take supplements though. So I'm not one of these extreme fasts that I read about social media sometimes. So they do fasting for 3 days, water only, or like even these people dry fast where they don't even drink water. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that. So I do fasting, but with some people consider extreme. It's like I'm fasting, eating once a day and fasting 20 plus hours. Okay. So that would be extreme compared to well, for a lot of people, it'd be extreme. But I don't do this like dry fast or stuff like this. So here we go. These toast breads here have cooled down. It tastes better if you get the slice of cheese on it while it's still hot. Here's a multi-pack of Gouda cheese. The greatest invention since sliced bread, sliced cheese for your sliced bread. That people understand what they've been missing out on. It's like other influencers are less valuable to you. They don't have the competence. They can't teach you like these things and teach you how to raise your testosterone, slow down aging, look better, feel better for free, see. So I can't be this guy that was like, yeah, Mark is like vitamin C can do this for you and he sells vitamin C. No. It's like it's all for free, see. So I'm more valuable than Mike Israel in teaching health, fitness, and like athleticism. Like the diet part of that. Okay. And he did like they all make money, see. It's like I can compare myself, compare and save to other people and end up not looking bad. They end up looking bad. So I compare myself to person X, health fitness influencer. Are they teach about vitamin C? No. That's super important, okay? Are they doing this? Are they doing streams like this, like the in the middle cooking? They're also adding value to the stream by teaching things about how you can make a meal healthier and facts about spices and what the difference is. No. And I don't make a cent. You didn't have to watch ads. Most people, YouTubers, are like a third as knowledgeable and helpful in the content. They're like health fitness influencers. You have to watch ads, so they get money for talking to you, and they have things to sell. It's like if they're promoting health, they would have like some kind of supplement, which is not by default evil. Okay, I mean it's not bad to make money, but if you make money by doing a bad job, okay, that's a different. Look, I'm the best health fitness influencer out here. Okay, I'm teaching you how to be strong and fit. Like, and the guy never tells about vitamin C, and he's selling like I don't know. He's telling you to buy blueberries, and that's gonna give you all the antioxidant capacity you need or something like this. And he's selling dried blueberry powder, and it's like, yeah, that's all you need. You don't have to take vitamin C, just blueberry powder, and he's selling it. Do you understand? So it's like, yeah, people have been missing out. I tucked my wife in, and I feel good now because earlier today in my stream I unboxed these vintage light bulbs and I screwed them in. So I have autism, and commonly correlated with autism are sensitivities. So I have sensitivities to bright light diagnosis, which is why you see me wear sunglasses and earplugs all the time. And there's certain type of lights that are more annoying than others, like fluorescent light tubes or LEDs. Okay. So what I do, I wear sunglasses, earplugs, into this, and I also have special lights. So I have these Edison quote-unquote light bulbs, old school. So when I grew up in the 90s, I was born 89. I was born and raised, somewhere Hayes. I was born 89, and when I grew up, like in the 90s, this is like the most common light bulb. It's like the most common light bulb people would have would be the old school ones that generate heat that you can't burn yourself if you touch them. Okay. And at a certain point it was phased out. It's like they're bad and LED. Even had like there's like bands kind of where it's like they're not selling in supermarkets. So you have to order these from some fringe online store. Okay. So here's what we're looking at thus far. Gluten-free toast bread is the base. The do-it-yourself garlic butter. Garlic contains allicin. Okay, which is another health ingredient. So garlic butter, which I added turmeric. So I started with normal butter, grated garlic into it, added turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and some olive oil, and stirred it up, just like butter plus. Taking a good part and make it better. So the garlic, it's gluten-free bread, toasted. The do-it-yourself butter mix, you could call it, or garlic butter plus on top of it, Gouda cheese. And these are bread. This is bread with mackerel fillet tomatoes on top of it. And most likely I will have one of these OLW nut mixes. There's like two major brands in Sweden, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Democrat. The system will give you two major choices a lot of times in my experience. Express and Aftonbladet. See, it's like two newspapers, the biggest one. If you go to a corner store, they have like the two major newspapers. It'd be two big ones, see. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mars, Snickers, for this. Red or blue, Republican, Democrat. See, donkey or this, okay, elephant. So there's two major snack brands that like the most, two big choices in Sweden. Go to a corner store, they're gonna have OLW potato chips and Estrella, and those are like the biggest and the most popular ones. And then they have like more Finnish stuff, okay. And OLW has nuts, nut mixes, and potato chips, okay, and other stuff. So it's like both of these companies have the same product. So like OLW has sour cream and onion potato chips, okay, and Estrella has one. So a lot of times you look at, Estrella has sour cream and onion, OLW has it, and they have these ranch flavored potato chips, and they have ranch. So there's like two major choices. And they also sell nut mixes, most of these companies. And they have everything from like candied nuts to non-candied. Some are like honeycomb. If you read the fine print, it might say sugar in there. Okay. So, bon appetit. Overnight fasting has many benefits. I'm not joking. Other healthy disciplines are like famous. I've tried 100 something of this. I'm more complicated. Meaning I'm more of an expert in healthy disciplines. So now it's better to me. Means like I'm the guy looking to get in shape and my best self and raise my mental performance, get stronger, feel better, have my gains. I've been teaching for a long time. The reason why it's hard for like I keep the fitness most to build fat or build muscle. You see that can lean muscle. You see, this guy whole team. I've been teaching some of the reasons why, which is called as like here are some of the reasons that are mental slow team. And then here's some things you can do to help that. So, free the ugly feet of the world, help with the system. So free that you. So, for the thief, Satan, from another kills to destroy. I'm for them I have life more abundant. So as Jesus, I'm here healing the sick. See? People have health problems, they can learn how to do them. People have mental health problems, they can learn how to do them. See? And I'm not making money off it. I didn't wait until I bought a book about this and then market the book on my YouTube channel. No, it's like I know how to make people healthier. Things that people are looking to look better, feel better, perform better. And I start pumping it out and sharing with people. Okay? So I've been working hard, hours and hours of producing entertainment content, health fitness teaching, everything I've been doing without making a cent. I've been losing money to do this. And meanwhile, this whole system is set up to reward narcissism. It's my analysis. It's like, if I look at people that are making more money and more popular, they're more narcissistic. See? They're less valuable, and it's like they're like gaming stuff and like using the views to make money. Whereas the greatest emotion is so well, Christ did not come to minister, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. Christ himself did not come to minister, but to minister. See, as a Christian man, you should be with Christ all the time, as part of both. So, yeah, I'd be more valuable. There's also pastors like Andy Woods or like the sellouts, right? So it's like it's lazy bums. There's a lot of lazy bums that want the comfortable life kind of industries. Where I think God is paid handsomely just to do public speaking on the Bible for an hour and be going for 2 weeks. And he donations can come in. And he corrupts the gospel in the spirit. And I spend like 12 hours a day streaming too. And it's like a rare where I have a full day streaming where I don't end up squeezing the gospel somewhere there. See? So it's like a lot of ministries, like all the pastor, Bible teacher, he is paid to go up for an hour every 2 weeks to do public speaking or something. And I do that for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. So I've been paid some. Because meanwhile, my size live like 6 hours a day or so without nobody paying me. See? Working for free. See? Provide services and value. Because like people can learn how to go to heaven, people can get taught sermons here on how to grow as a Christian and all this. So now you know. Maybe if I didn't talk about it, maybe something like it's the truth. But the truth is, I'm not doing any favors but being small. Meaning, people are listening to Mike Israel talk, who are listening to biblically, looking to be like healthier and things like this people. They would have been better off listening to me. Mike Israel didn't tell you about that school with acid, temptation, about total. Okay? He didn't tell about niacinamide and Abram Hoffer. Have you heard this guy talk about cast culture? No, this is like the proof in the pudding. I'm saying that he's not as valuable teaching health fitness as I am. I've been teaching and referencing cast culture, temptation, protocol for years. Okay, it's like a litmus test. Like all this guy, like, yeah, I'm the best health fitness person I did. No video to like promote, talk about vitamin C and teaching about this guy cast culture, the temptation, protocol. Let's look at that video. It's a document. And I go and edit it and I share with people. They didn't have to go to Google. And like, oh, here's another thing. This Canadian psychologist, psychologist, Abram Hoffer, if you know someone who's got schizophrenia or depression or ADHD, like here's and Saul, Abram Hoffer, these two together have been talked about schizophrenia, anxiety, and things like this. So so I'm very on my Bishop more valuable. He has to teach about adaptation, about policy. He has to teach about proper supplementation, which is key to make physical performance in games. Okay? But the supplementation done right can aid recovery. It can boost your testosterone naturally. I won't sell it. Not to walk it. can make a living something, but also make a living happy with a better health. There, I don't know, science fiction. Now, most people are fools to despise this emotional instruction. Fools despise this emotional instruction. But men will understand it through anti-wise counsel. That's why I've been listening to Tom Gallagher so years. Because I was not from when you learn more about this. I paid regard to the food, health, and healing, and accessibility. And God makes sure that this family Tom Gallagher, that kind of, and it's all. And that's a big part of life, learning more stuff. Okay. And notice if I was a fool, we despise this market structure. That pays God for health, and God makes sure that I find like functional something like that Tom Lee. Okay. It's like here's what I was thinking before. I think these guys are not, but that's it. They'll be despising it. It's like, oh, they sacrifice it, it takes a lot of these guys, not okay. They'll be despising. And what would it be? Health, fitness, wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. He will be sharing. See? Like my videos. It's health, fitness, wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. It's like, here's the health, fitness, knowledge. It's like vitamin C. This is how much people need. This is what it can do for you. Here's how to take it. You apply that. It's wisdom. And then the health, fitness, wisdom that I have is like on vitamin C in the human health. Leads to instruction. I counsel thee, have no more sugar liquids, but have vitamin C board. Okay. So it's instruction. So without using those words, like all these years, like sugar is bad for you. Okay. I recommend don't drink soft drinks on the regular. And I recommend people to look into vitamin C water. Okay, you can make it yourself at home. What is that? Instruction. It's like how to make vitamin C water, how to get it cheaply. See? But people have been fools. Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. And we eat the food all the way. There's some people that have found my channel like Christians. They're like Mark and Scarf that don't like me. And they're going on to have health problems since. That they would have if they would hear like, I'm here to do it, okay, and I got takes. I say somebody found my channel like a Christian. Came across my channel like 4 years ago. It's like vitamin C mega doses. So it's like grab both of the old this guy is nothing, takes too many supplements. Too much vitamins you need that much is crazy. It's a waste of money, expensive use. Okay. And they go, well, yeah, they've been aging faster. Meaning I'm 36. I've been aging in reverse. Well, look, I have pictures from 2016, sick and tired. I look younger now than I did then. Like my skin looks better. I just have a more youthful appearance than has one. So that's aging in reverse. Okay. That's not turning back the clock 100% in every way, but it's practical tested purposes. You look this old, 6 years later, you look younger. Sometimes I show up and do a panel, and it's like attractive women sometimes. They ask my age. Do you have a girlfriend, Mike? And what's your age? Or something like this. It's just things like, what are you doing? Like small talk, or sometimes I get asked by like some person in chat, like, this guy's handsome. Do you have a girlfriend? And I go, yeah. And some people might ask, like, how old are you? 36. Well, I thought you were 20 something. See? I get mistaken for 20-year-old sometimes. And I'm a Western. Okay. So Asian people sometimes can be tricky, they look younger. Like a 40-year-old Asian can look to be like in the 30s. Okay. So I suppose. Fasting is the secret spice. But if you've been fasting for 20 hours, it makes anything that you eat more tasty. I call it a hidden spice. So all the fasting, I realized that. So if this omelet meal would have been just a banana, like 3 apples, okay? If you eat 3 times a day and for lunch you have banana and apple, it's not really that like exciting, okay? But if you've been fasting for 20 hours, anything you eat tastes better. So the time spent fasting that is like an invisible spice. Meaning, if this omelet meal would be boiling 6 eggs and boiling 5 hot dogs, okay, and eating it, it will taste a lot better because I've been fasting for 10 hours. Like it tastes good already, like an egg, you can eat a boiled egg. But having fasting makes it taste that much more better. That much more better. So, I'm gonna tell you video, hopefully the Christian told the video. And part of the experience is people get recruited and put up to talk to me. And quite a lot happens is like follow YouTubers, start watching YouTubers' content. They will get talked to and put up to stop doing narcissist abuse tactics, post-trigger narcissist abuse. And one think that I'm crazy and paranoid when I'm more intelligent, then you can just tell. If you listen to me compared to Roman or something like this, people can tell, okay, the audience is not that dumb, but it's like they want to think that I'm paranoid and crazy. I think so. I see them do red head attack. Anyway, the point. I'm a total individual. And I love it, that's rich now. People might be like easier to dismiss me when I talk about being a total individual. Because it's like this Mark Wade's a guy he makes videos on gun stock, he doesn't get them in the views, I don't think he's writing comments, or it's like I believe you. But I found his channel stopped by the feds. Instagram. She's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. And she posts videos saying everything that I'm saying. Okay, I'm a third video, secret protocol gang stalking videos. And she posts videos like, here's part of gang stalking. And it's like, I check it, it's been up for 12 hours, 3,000 likes, and like 200 positive comments. And a lot of them are like, we believe you, or like, I believe you, so hang in there, okay? It's like, I started to believe it's real or something like this. And some of them are like, hang in there, okay? See? So it's not all like, ha ha ha, you're crazy. So that's one of the benefits of her social media. They kind of helps for me to reference that. It's like, see, it's like I'm not the only one saying this. It might be easier to kind of marginalize me as not because I don't have that many followers. Okay. But it's like, yeah, here's another person. Say what I'm saying, this is a program called Gang Soccer Talk Videos I told with. And it's a program that targets people. And she's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. And she posts on this is happening. She's got like 2,000 likes on the videos. And a lot of positive comments. Now my criticism of her has been, and I've countered as a shield, okay? I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's like what I've said is, she's a counterintelligence agent, fake Tia, doing a new tactic, like limited hangout kind of thing. Basically, she minimizes gang stalking and downplays the severity of the talking. So she brings up, people watch my videos like, yeah, here's the truth of talking. And here's some physical talk tactics. They want to get inside the home called covert entry.
and they will poison your food or contaminate the environment with toxins if they do. Okay, sooner or later. So you have to stop them. And then I taught how to set up a security system due to self-budget as a TI to make it hard for people to sneak inside the home no way. Okay. And she brings up the title competently. And so, yeah, if the program goes inside the home, they're just doing that to mess with you mentally. No, 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 no. They're doing that to poison you or drug you. To put poisons or drugs in your food in the fridge. Or chemical irritant powders in your bed or something just to disturb your sleep. You understand? They're not doing it to just mess with you mentally, to do something noticeable what's inside. By the way, I personally appreciate the video talking about gang stalking in Sweden. My Instagram is SAHA. So I don't get any views on it. Anything. If I upload like a reel, no matter what the reel is, it's like they lock me in to get like, have this guy get less than 20 views per reel. Doesn't matter what I upload, like a video, a pet video of my cute birds, hashtag pets, hashtag bodies, okay. Budget birds for this title. And it's like I check back, it's gonna be less than 30 views within 24 hours. No matter what, there's nothing I can post that they will let me get more than like 10, 15 views in 24 hours on Instagram. It's like they're really like limiting my reach. Okay. And the only way I'll be able to get like views is when I remix. Like one of these reels where somebody's neighbor, like you can share this reel, like remix it, okay? And then I've got like sometimes 500-600 views on Instagram. But anything that's posted from my account of original content, no matter what the title, SEO, search optimization, thumbnail, title, no matter what, okay? The thumbnail is, the title, the content is. It's like I don't get more than like 30 views in 24 hours, typically. And it's like a few people who were lucky enough to find my channel. Somehow I found my channel. It's like maybe some dude I follow on Instagram and forcing back some for this. Okay. Or like I see a post, like his post. Maybe go check out my channel and subs up to my Instagram or something for this. So, and they might see what I post. Okay. And it's not even necessary. So anyway, suppose I said I got 3 people watching live on Rumble. So, yeah, so part of Conrad, people could be recruited, they call flying monkeys. They would do narcissistic dog abuse tactics too, which means passive aggressive, sado, innuendo stuff. And use like trigger words that has been a theme in your harassment. So Coach Carl is one of these YouTubers after I subscribed to him, he started doing that. He got talked and put up the targeting. And how they can do that, like the media targeting, social media targeting, is that say I subscribe to, let's say Fredrik Farn was in United Shield. I'm not saying he is. He's also made videos about being a TI. Okay? It came to be gangster on video. Now let's say he was. And so I subscribe to his channel. Let's start like frequenting his channel. Okay, checking out his uploads on there. If he was a shield, it would be like where I noticed like, I've been subscribing for 2 weeks and like tuning into his lives and watching his videos. That he'll be like show up with a t-shirt with a symbol on it that the program has been using as like a theme in my harassment. It was like the flying monkeys who use these symbols or use a certain word or something like this. It's very subtle. It's called narcissistic dog abuse tactics. Anyway, I'm gonna withdraw into the kitchen, retreat, and get some more food. Bring it here. So these were all the Fs I had to give, okay? And they were in this bag of Fs to give, okay? Or how many Fs do I have to give? Nothing, okay. So I'm gonna have to be doing some aura farming in people's chats, like slide into vegan gains DMs, okay. And I'm gonna have to tune into the next vegan gains live stream and I type in some emojis. I'm being there like aura farming there. Just by typing emojis, okay, I'm being active in the chat, and that's how I'm forming the aura. Like I'm leeching off other people. There's a guy in the chat that's got like a aura. If he sees my emojis, says there's some aura up there, it gets transferred to me. So I do aura forming. So. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the OW nut mix, russin. I read it as an English word, okay. So this is, okay, russin, okay, which would be grapes, okay, dried grapes, okay. Nut mix, russin. So nut mix raisins, okay, raisins, there you go, which are dried grapes. Okay. Peanuts, jordnötter, russin, cashewnötter, honungsrostar, jordnötter och chilinötter. Peanuts, raisins, cashew nuts, honey roasted peanuts, and chili nuts. Yeah, so vegan gains. I had like a bad, like a peer was watching streams and I was pissed about some things. But it's like I kind of sort of warmed up on him a little bit, based off of how. Meaning, as I started saying, I was telling him, and I saw up saying hello in the chat. I didn't feel like he was talking to me, like messing with me for this. Okay. Basically, his behavior changed how I'm kind of looking at him. Meaning, for example, if I show up in the chat and go, hey, I'm a Christian, yeah, fuck Christians, you piece of shit. But you're wrong, okay, it's just a scumbag, okay. But if I show up, hey, I do that, say hello or something, it's like, it's normal, so it's not like it's been weird. So, anyway, I'm not a fan of vegan games, but I'm also not a hater. Keep up in that situation. So back to the point of influencers. So being a total video, it happens quite frequently. If there's somebody that I start frequently on social media, that they will start doing narcissist stuff on me. And one of the things they do, this is Joe Rogan stuff to me, I'm not joking. It will take me to call bitch, please. Fuck you, sue me, bitch. Okay? Want to be also? Yeah, I hope so. Okay, because then I can prove you've been doing it. Tell me right. So, Joe Rogan's one of these people. After I listen to this podcast, he starts doing narcissist statistics videos. And one of the ways he can do that, do the Bible church ministries can do that too. So a lot of times it'd be like gaslighting. It'd be like basically communicating something to you. It'd be like Bill Burr, let's say I make a video and I talk about like talented comedians out here. Okay. And then I'll talk about, well, a lot of people have talented hats. So I can go live here and teach the Bible, quote the Bible from memory alone. As opposed to all these set up pastors. Like the next week I got to Bill Burr's podcast. And it's making like bad refs to, yeah, these people are like, think they got all these notes and trying to make it look like they know something. So that's things that is. It can be a pattern of behavior. But like I subscribe to Rogan's podcast. And he does target attacks basically. And one of the most common ways that podcasters or celebrities or a Christian ministry to try to subscribe to start talking me Here's one of the target tactics. Here's a way that they can make you feel harassed when other people notice you. Is you're being spied on 24/7 target video. And they all they have to do is, let's say I end these streams now and I start doom scrolling and I search like Spider-Man, I watch Spider-Man clips. And then you know what, I'm tired of watching Spider-Man clips, I go live again. And then there's a counter shot in my chat, Spider-Man clips, which I was watching that like less than 30 minutes ago. It's a reference to something I was doing in private that programs because they hacked my computer, like they're watching in real time what I'm doing. So it can even be something like this. Which like, let's say I go off air here and I go like I go, I'm gonna swing from the channel, and I'm humming it. Not loud enough for neighbors to hear it. Okay. And then next time I go outside, there's a car parked in the parking lot. There's like turns on the radio and that's always playing from a CD right as I exit. So it's like subtle veiled references to things you've said or done in private. And just that will make you feel harassed and violated. That's called a baseline target where they can make the target feel harassed without other people noticing it. Where it's like, you understand? It's like if I would end the stream and it's like I don't know, let's say I would call my grandma from, hey, how you doing? My wife I call her, I haven't talked to you in a while. And well, I'm worried I got like a cat that looks like it's sick or something like this. It's like, oh, sorry to hear that. And then whatever, and I finish smoking by grandma and I go out on the balcony and cigarette. And there's like two people that walk past the balcony that I know are neighborhood agents to work for the program, the fly monkeys. It's like, oh yeah, the guy's worried about a cat or something like this. See? And it's like they parodied something that I was said on a phone call that I had recently. So this is one of the method tactics. Fly monkeys be instructed to make references to things you've said or done in private. Okay. I think that. And then it can be gaslighting, where it's like they put a gaslight spin on it. So, there are always these bad people done this. And I didn't start with him. Just one or many people that after subscribe to this podcast turns on me. Okay. That's my experience being betrayed all the time. It's like I subscribe to Culture Call. And I'm a guy in his chat to be like supportive. Okay. And I do good to him. And like give him shout outs in my live streams. Until he gets talked to and gets put up to start targeting me with narcissist stories in his texts and videos. And then I get mad and enraged and go live and rant about it. Scumbag Culture Call. Okay. You won't be able to tell most likely what they're doing unless I can decode it to and tell like, yeah, here's what they're doing. So, Joe Rogan's not one of celebrities. I don't care, it sounds nuts, but it's like, that's the fact. I get that they were talking. Like the Matrix movie. Look right at me, what do you see? With good fucking luck, Joe, okay? Good fucking luck, Joe, okay? Good fucking luck. You're gonna have to pay for your sins. Mark my word. I'm gonna pray the guy will hurt you. Did you have an accident, get a disease, mold damage, financial or something? I'm gonna pray the guy will attack your life though and curse you. So anyway, here's the point. Yeah, so Joe is one of these celebrities that after I saw this podcast, he started telling me no stories with text videos. And it's not like it cost Joe Rogan $6 million to work on a little bit reference to something else the fact was. Okay, bye. Right. So anyway, I'm the part of the sixth persecution book called gang stalking. I've been told it for more than a decade. And the internet problem is not as bad. It's bad, but it's not as bad as the real life problem, where they recruit people in the neighborhood, neighbors, okay? They live in the same neighborhood. They get put up with targeting. I can't go outside on the back road. People being sent out to do street theater skits or like things to harass me. They also wage chemical warfare on me. After many years of targeting and poisoning, I got allergies to perfume. And they started using that for 5 months and told me to release perfume into there. If I would open this window here to get some fresh air there, it like within a few minutes, especially if I was doing like singing or like voice work. And if you have allergies, it makes it like harder for you to do that. You like a strong puff of perfume coming in. And this is my experience. And if I would open it now, it wouldn't be perfume coming in. But I would hear like somebody open a window or door nearby balcony. It'd be like a smell of perfume coming through the window. As if somebody goes and lights a scented candle in the balcony under mine or open the balcony next to mine and sprays perfume out of it. And like the airflow would pull it in here. This is chemical warfare, okay? If things like this are happening. Oh, but Joe, you're working for a program, you have told me for a program, work to destroy my life. And what they tell, supposedly the Smith campaign, they tell people to this a PDF document or something like this. Okay. So I guess that's the justification. Meanwhile, you are buddy with Trump and he says that you got him the election and you got shit with a bus to celebrate there. Like Central Rugen. And he's covering up Epstein Island. See? Hypocrite. But it's like you guys that told me you've been told that I'm a PDF file or something like this, and that's part of what they tell people to get toilets. Now maybe if it's a woman that's told they tell like, yeah, she's like murdered 24 babies or something like this. I here's the point. So yeah, Joe Rogan and Constantine is other people or whatever. Joe Rogan. It's like, yeah. I'm sure they told that. It's like, yeah, they told this. It's a PDF document for this. And your buddies with somebody that's covering up PDF documents. No Epstein Island. Trump helped to cover that up. Not releasing documents. Because I guess it's sensitive information there. Maybe his name is on or something like this. But you want an election. Somebody has helped to cover up the Epstein situation. So here's another thing. If I do research on this, it's like, what do they tell people? Well, they tell people you trauma or PDF document. Okay. And it's like, yeah, okay. In my experience and research, that's one of the narratives. Now, they're basically painting you as a person who's bad for society. That's the opposite of the truth with me, actually. But I'm good for society. But they paint me as like they did nasty to the Jews, because we want to exterminate these people and told them to die. So we need to get they are the problem, they're bad for society. A bad object, say, dehumanize them. Dehumanization is part of it. And they say, oh, now you can get them with the propaganda and smear campaigns, dehumanize them. They're a witch, we can drown the witch. See? These people are bad, the Jews, so it's okay to do these, commit these atrocities to them. Because they've succeeded in the dehumanization propaganda efforts. Okay? So gang stalking, it's like a witch hunt and it's like the Holocaust. Okay. And sometimes it's like this joke, it's like on the internet, people bring up Hitler, Holocaust, and it's like, Hitler. They're also for this. No, and this time one of these things was like, you're not referring to me as my gender pronouns. I'm self. And if you don't call me that, you're oppressing me like the Nazis, something like this. It's like, no, this is like actually. So I'm the target of a program, so I'm part of a target minority group that's targeted for extermination, dehumanization, people propaganda, little dehumanization, gassing in apartments. Where there's many talks and reports like they get chemicals pumped into the apartments of others, like gassed, okay? Like you get gassed in your own home, they can release toxic fumes into the air. And they could have like a small hole to the neighbor that's got a tank and told to pump something like under, like at the floor crack or something. They can have some like access point into your home. Okay. So, yeah, it's like a board. They work to target you until you die from a target. And part of how to get people to be okay and participate with it is to dehumanize you. It's all history repeats itself. Dehumanization. So anyways, the point. I thought about this. In order to tell people, at least some of them, that the target is a PDF document. And who is running the world system? The deep state power elites, who have been busted like Podesta and Epstein Island. So it's like, yeah, the reason we do this target is because of PDF documents. The same people are running Epstein Island and making people do bad things with kids. And they have also in their world system, the deep state, a persecution program called gang stalking, where they go, hey, flying monkeys in the neighborhood, we get it to harass this guy. Here's a PDF document. And PDF documents are worthy of being treated this better. Do you understand? Okay. Kind of how that works. Protection, basically. I'm a teetotaler, health fitness nut. I don't even drink alcohol. I quit drinking alcohol cold turkey 6 months ago. Well, close to 6 months, like 5+. Coming up in 6 months. If my test makes right. So the same deep state, Meloni, and people that see clips and news media about the hidden secret Swedish politics, a lot of them are cokeheads. See, they're on cocaine. And somebody gets busted like smuggling coke into the Reichstag in Sweden, Riksdagen. This is like, not just other thing here. There are Swedish politicians are cokeheads. And they're on cocaine. Okay. Not everyone, but a lot of them. And it's like the elites drug, okay. So the elites and the Swedish Prime Minister is responsible for what's happening to me. Ulf Kristersson, or vad fan det heter. Okay. As far as I'm concerned. If I don't want to say it, and he's the Prime Minister, it's like this has been happening to me in this country. Okay. So if the official story is right, the Prime Minister runs countries, not just if you get puppet or deep state, then I guess it will be his responsibility to settle this. So, anyway, here's the point. Where should I go with this? I'm a free man. The deep state can't control me. I just can't control other people. I decide what I do. So I decide if I let people get away with abusing me or not. So if somebody picks on me for the program, I decide if I'm long-suffering patient or if I take them to task for it. And they can tell us like Mike will never stand up to it because it's a trigger word you can use to make him be tasted for down on the floor or something you can say that, okay, yeah, okay. Whatever is the point. Good stuff. So, Yeah, so what else? Yeah, somebody told the government James told me those secret prostitution program. Um, but it's James talking. It's a program that wants to destroy your life, target you mentally and physically. And she's asking me told me. I get an influencer told me. So more than norm than exception. If I like start checking out influencer social media, that they start telling me for the program. And after I started whistleblowing, I went told the Swedish state prosecution. And after I started whistleblowing about Fly Marcus, told me, like in my own home, okay, they do dogwood tactics, deny attack restricted offender. And they report me and call that the psycho, because I started making interviews about like certain people told me and naming names and stuff. So it's like dogwood. It's like Marcus the bad guy, okay. So the previous LSS staff killed me from. They were job to come help me out because I got autism. And it's like a part of the deal, so I gotta have people here help me out and clean all this from this. Okay. So I have started talking online about it. It's like these people have abused me on home. I felt that the previous LSS staff have abused me. Okay. And personally, I would suspect that it will be because they were recruited by the gang stalker program to do narcissistic abuse tactics. And if I start talking about that, it's like they call the psych ward and they're like Mike is crazy and that's it Dorvo. It's called Dorvo. So like several incidents that it's like I felt that they're being abusive okay, in different ways. Like unacceptable behavior. And it's subtle. Basically I saw gang stalking behavior though, like they've been flying my cast. So recruited to target for the program. Whilst I whispered about it, called the cops on me. They report me to the police when they have been breaking the law grov psykologisk våld, okay, mot en autistisk person. Okay. So anyway, here's the point. So they have been breaking the law in abusing me, let's say. And I've been taking it, not vigilante justice. These people have been abusing me. I know what's illegal about it because harassment is legal in Sweden. Like I didn't respond by getting physical with them. And I haven't reported to the cops for, I know they get some crimes, okay? But once I start whistling, because I cannot but speak out about this, it streams like this, like here's what's happened. I've been told even in my own home by this program, okay? Wi-Fi markets. Like now, they call the psycho and the police. It's like, this guy is, okay. So after I start whistling, because that's adorable. Like they have been, it has not painted me as the mental ill and the bad guy situation. Okay. Like for example, give an example. The reason I have a caregiver staff is because I got autism and autism housing. And it's like the caregiver staff's job is to help people with autism and stuff. Okay. And the behavior is regulated by the LSS law and the LSS law. Okay. Anyway, that's the point. So I've had things which I did, for example, one example, just a weird behavior. There's a woman, Johanna, whatever her name was, that shows up, and autistic people at times are sensitive to the routines being altered and expectations being changed into this. Okay. So show up 20 minutes early. Ding dong, 20 minutes early. It's like, we're gonna book time this time. Like, let's say it was 11 o'clock. It's like 20 minutes early. We open the door, and it's like a female cake and stuff. I'm out there. And I go, it's like, you're early. I'm not ready to receive you yet. It's like, you'll have to wait outside. Okay. And it's like, are you scared or what? She asked me. So she shows up early with a bad attitude. And because I have the courage to stand up for myself and enforce boundaries, it was like her job is to show up this time. Okay. She shows up early. And I'm like not ready to receive you now. And then when I put down a boundary, it's like narcissistic abuse gaslighting, see? Because she's doing something wrong, I'm putting down a boundary, and it's like penalize the boundary. See? So if I was a plumber, we booked the time 13 hours I come to your house, and it's like 12:50, and I go ding 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 ding. It's like, hey guy, I'm in the shower, I can't open right now. It was this time, see? It's like, are you scared or what? Or something like this. It's like, so it's like, oh, because somebody is being abusive or like toxic, and the person puts down a boundary and stands up for themselves. So notice that takes courage to absolutely scared. See? So it's like, do you understand? So she's out of order. She shows up early, okay, with a bad attitude, and I go firm but like polite. It's like, you're early. I'm not ready to receive you yet. So you have to wait outside. It's this time right now. It's like, she's not posted. Like, oh, you scared or what? Okay, scared. She's like, because I have the courage to like call her on weird behavior, showing up early, and I put her by like, I'm not a signal, I'm not okay with showing up early, I'm not gonna let you in. Just because you show up early is that you decide when we start cleaning, say, oh, I feel showing up early, late so. No, it's booked for this time. You show up early, you have to wait outside. Because let's say it was booked for 11, 11 I'm open the door to receive you. But if you show up 10:50, I'm not open. Okay. So she shows up too early, okay, and interrupts my like routines when I'm getting ready to receive them, okay. So it's like stressful, okay, because I'm like, there's things I need to do before receiving them. So when I call on it and be like, put on a bar, it's like, I said, you're early, you have to wait outside until it's the time, okay. And she's like, oh, you scared of what? She says, är du rädd eller? She asked me if I'm scared, okay? See? Okay. So she's doing something wrong, and I go like, hey, you're early, I can't let you in right now, I'm not ready. She goes, oh, you're scared of what? Which looks like some narcissist, was like, let's brainwash a target into like that kind of conditioning, where it's like, oh, if the target enforces boundaries, like, I'm not okay with this, that makes them hard to abuse, narcissistic abuse. So punish that behavior, the opposite of reward. So it's like target enforce a boundary, be like, that means you're scared, kind of like a subtle gaslighting. It's like, if you call me on my shit and put down a boundary, and like, then that means you're scared, see? To be like, oh yeah, I don't want people to say I'm scared, so I just like, if they show up early, I'll let them in whenever they show up or late, see? Some kind of gaslighter. So the previous says killing and stuff. A lot of strange behavior. A lot of this I have documented. Okay. So maybe they felt shortchanged, so someone put them up to do weird things in here. But anyway, that's the point. There's so many other things. I'm put it like this, I wouldn't be surprised if the new chicken staff has been free of change if they've been talked to as well. yeah, so anyway, it's like, I don't like this kind of make it sound weak if you talk about you being abused as a man, okay? But it's like I'm being technical and descriptive. So it's like, if there's a call that goes out on the radio, it's like the police are looking for a black man. So why are you saying he's black? But it's descriptive, okay? So it's like, it's a term, this color of his skin, okay? There's a quote. It's a quote, it's like, makes it sound racist if the guy is a black man, okay? Yeah, it's just actually a black man who's called this, of course, no means of race, but that's his skin color, of course. Anyway, that's the point. So, government gang stalking is abuse, it's tyranny, okay? The founding fathers did like being abused. So, this program will put out people to talk with me, okay? And I mentioned the recruiter. And the previous SS staff, they were really doing wrong stuff. Now, what I'm gonna do, after like that whole, I got put in a cycle against my will, okay? Which also is like could be looked into because it was on false grounds. And it's like me standing up for myself as it is. So the truth is, the context is, and they go, oh, one time in the stream you were ranting, you sound like violence, something like this. Okay, I'm an autistic person, told by a government program, working to crazy make me, destabilize me psychologically, attack my body, exacerbate pre-existing neuroinflammation issues, told my finances I used to buy comics up as it is, and working told me narcissistic abuse, and working to enrage me, drive me nuts, and attack my sleep as it is. And we've been working to drive Mike nuts for years, and sometimes it works, see. We work to push him over the edge and make him lose his crap, and it kind of works sometimes. See, we're trying to make him lose it, and sometimes he kind of starts losing it. See, and ends up like I ripped this people's head off. So far, this is how I feel like. See, it kind of okay. And we go, oh well, now adorable justification. We work to arrest this guy, and finally has enough, and like ends up saying something like he's the bad guy. See, so they will weaponize your reaction. They're used to target and harass you, and then like when you finally kind of bowl over and like lash out. It's like, oh, look at this crazy dangerous person, what a bad guy, okay? So anyway, I was put in psycho, and my view was out to be a Christian being persecuted in the city, okay? But it's Swedish state, okay? I'm a Christian being told with this. So, then interesting enough, I talked about this before. Now in Sweden, they have a law that's tyrannical, where they made it illegal to insult police officers. Okay. So I guess like if I make a video and rant about it, it's like if I'm upset, if I get upset and it's happened 3 times, it's like I'm mad to talk about past police interaction, feeling harassed and stuff like this. And if I end up going like this, like sometimes law to possibly they could charge me or something like this. So the government can, I thought the game plan is out. The government can provoke you, a target, to be like mad and then like screw you or something like this, and then possibly like provoke you off or something like this. Anyway, that's the point. So I'm gonna have to be work to be careful what I say about it. So it's like kind of like the UK when they have these strong laws and the slowly over time passing more strong laws. Okay. So anyway, that's the point. It's kind of like this. Hitler was a public servant, and Joseph Stalin was a government employee. So if the Jews like what you do to them, like abuse them, they might like this Stalin is a fucking piece of shit. Okay. We have a law. It's illegal to criticize government employees, and they are being treated like that. And normal human reactions, you lose your temper, say something like that eventually. It's a fucking piece of, it's illegal to insult a government employee. Okay, you see? So it's like, oh, now you can get in trouble. You understand? So it's like a catch-22, where the government can do things that enrages the man, and you have enough people getting enraged by the government and public servants, they're gonna insult the person. Naturally, like next week they're gonna make a live stream and like a list of the wrongful terms in Swedish court or something like this. No, it's something that might end up happening, it's like they talk about what passing back to the police. And it's like you start get real mad and they end up saying something. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, they can be opposed to this legal. So actually passed a new law is legal, where they made it illegal to insult or humiliate public employees, like government employees or something like this, and police officers, security officers. So what if a security guard abusing you and you lose intentionally, like insulting verbally, or possibly that could be illegal, like the UK says, like the UK, where it's like somebody posted that it's too much immigration, so for this they get arrested for it, kind of stuff, on their level, or almost. So, anyway, that's the point. I will talk about government persecution, and the previous LSS staff were actively, and I would be surprised if they had been recruited by the government against control, okay, and were taking orders to be like narcissistic reviews, and that's when it was when they were doing that. But anyway, I got put in a cycle and it's my will. That after having said about the government, they have to get me cycle to my technology. And I've been vocal about if they want to get me in a cycle, push it through. And if they do, they might take me out of it. And they also told me inside the cycle, okay, I can do this, but the others told me inside cycle. You're gonna have at least one person that's in the hospital that will deep sea agent. You're gonna have all this kind of P26 to switch program. It's like you have like this little, like every school you have this one teacher that's a government agent, teaching agent, one principal. Every hospital you have this one person. Okay, so in case that someone needs to get assassinated there, it can happen like that, or something like this. So. No, the doctor that released me from there, he seemed reasonable, okay, because I wasn't crazy, okay, so he was like reasonable, but like in general, there's gonna have been at least one agent in there, okay. So anyway, here's the point. Yeah, so yeah, okay. And those that seem to be dancing was something being said about those who couldn't hear the music. Ah man, okay. Oh, what you might just because you haven't seen all the abuse going on. That is there. Okay. And it's like I'm not pretending that I'm a perfect person that's always acting right in any way. It's nobody else. But it's like here's the thing, here's my defense. So people see me like sometimes they Christian like you sound like really passionate, really like violent energy sometimes. Yeah, the Bible says surely oppression make a wise man mad. Not a brutish, simple man or a fool, but a wise man mad. Ecclesiastes 7, 11, possible. We pull up verses 8 to 28. Mad, inflamed with violent passions, enraged as a mad bull or something like that. See? Like, do you understand? So, you look up mad in the Matthew 6:28. The Bible says oppression makes a wise man mad. Okay. So if you're being possessed personally, that could possibly fight you. Like if you're a guy who's a good guy, God, if you feel this oppression, they should not make you mad. But, if you're told you're going to be mad. So basically, it boils down to being mad from being oppressed. And then also, grievous versus anger. So there's people constantly work to self anger with narcissistic, always still use communication to use words. And communication. And they say, oh, Mike is his temper. Well, he's the problem, he's an angry man. It's an angry man's character. Because people are put every day work to stress, anger, he is working, he gets angry. Okay. So basically, the thing is this. They work to target you with covert aggression. And if a person responds with overt reactive aggression to covert aggression, you understand? The point targets you with covert aggression, and you respond with reactive overt aggression, and people see your overt aggression, and you look like that's the aggression from the person. That's how it works. So Norse love to push the buttons on the side from the virus. They need to respond and be like describe yourself and then repair the situation. So anyway, my point is this. If I'm not, I don't have to tolerate and accept being abused. It's up to me, every day, every time. If there's somebody that starts taking orders, just like a plumber or whatever, to start, and I can tell they abuse me for the point, they're told to do things and all stuff, I don't have to accept that. I don't have to tolerate that. I can choose to ignore it, but I can also choose to respond to it. And I am in control. The somebody has control over me. The somebody controls that Mike would feel like Mike you put a cycle and stop acting like this on YouTube or something like this. I think I don't live in fear. They can't control me, okay? So I choose how I respond to things that happen. I don't have to. I have God-given human rights, okay? Which is funny, fortunately, we'll talk about that. And I have law and land rights here in Sweden as a Swedish citizen. See, det blir något academic moments. Yeah, I have been abused for years, physically and psychologically by the Swedish state. Being a Swedish citizen, in that sense, you have a right to not have this happen to you, and the government is making it happen to you, okay? So, nobody has the right to talk about this program, and I don't have to accept it. See, I don't have to tolerate it. I don't have to let it slide. It's up to me if I do or not. But I don't have to tolerate and accept it. It's up to me if I let it slide. Okay? And that's up to me. How I feel day by day basis. Do I feel froggy today? No, okay. I feel kind of calm. I said my prayers and I feel calm and not that not reactive. I'm able to deal with all that stuff. Okay. And another day it might be like, you feel like enough is enough or something. That's the day where you're not as kind of ignoring all issues. So here's the point. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So this is like the thing I said, right? If you fuck me up, but anyway, it's the point. I was doing some very much crazy about it today. So anyway, it's the point. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I don't have to accept and tolerate being abused. Okay. I don't have to tolerate that people being put up to be narcissistic abuse to me. Like the plumber. Let's say there's gonna be a plumber to come here. Okay, next week. It is a new one. The last guys that we had, there wasn't a problem. Okay, but let's say like next time I'm gonna have plumbers here. Like next time I can count, it's gonna be an issue. But if there would be, as I booked for next Friday, and the plumber shows up, and I can tell, oh, he got told to put on like a T-shirt with a symbol on it. It's not always with tactics, and spirits that smells like the spirits that I perfume right before getting in here or something like this. And I'm allergic to perfume. I would be surprised if this guy what was like recruit and put up the hey we'll go to that guy, act like this and put extra perfume and stuff this guy when he's allergic. This type of stuff. And in situations that I can just ignore it, well I turn off. Whatever, okay, so I'm not gonna belabor the point. So here's the thing. I've gotten pretty fed up with this, and it's like it's got to a point where I've been long suffering, and then like blessed those that persecute me, and things like this. But it's got to a point where it's like there's a new season, and it's something like switch, where it's like I'm not feeling like I'm not feeling like I'm gonna be as forgiving, overlooking, and more Christian response instead of what other people say is more Christian response. Okay. It's like, oh, that anybody abuse you should pray and bless them or something like this. So yeah, here's the point. Yeah, okay. I gotta get some more food. I'm back with our second bag of mixed nuts. And these are all that do not mix honey and mild sugar. Yeah, so anyway. Ja, så I'm a person who pushes toward the top of the gamma things like a top of this. It's what it was wrong. Don't have the right to do this to me. And what's going on? Well, people put up a phone. Real life on the mind. There's people in this neighborhood, multi-star complexes. I will guesstimate 1 in 20 people. Let's say there's like 300 people that live in this like block. There'll be like 1 in 20 of them. That's an agent for the program. Or so. Cyberstalk is a big restaurant business for it too. I said every person I can say is an agent, but quite a lot of them are. Notice how it's like the incentive. The government has set a program, they have knowledge, awareness, participation in it. They break sense good law. They break the law. Because harassment is illegal in Sweden. And these people are paid to harass individuals. Okay. And according to Swedish law, harassment is det betraktas som grovt om det är mot en människa i en utsatt position. Som en person med autism eller andra funktionsstörningar som är mer sårbara för psykologisk misshandel och trakasserier och sånt där. Grovt är min bedömning. Jag talk about Swedish law in Swedish, okay? So that's the point. So, according to Swedish law, it's illegal to harass people. And then the determination of how severe a crime is, harassment, it's like the average severity. If it's like prolonged for many years, that makes it more serious. And also, if you're doing it to somebody who's especially vulnerable to harassment, like a person with disabilities, okay, that makes it more severe, okay. You get like major or minor in the same crime, like petty theft and major. Do you understand? So, felony menacing is that you understand that's like a big deal, and it's small time stuff. So, I'm not saying this because I'm planning to report it to the police. So this kind of responding to reproving it, because the problem is that when in the right, we're not doing something wrong, okay. Moving the right method from might be the bad guy. It's like people like in the cult that are talking that we are doing good guys something wrong. Okay. Well, what you're doing is illegal. It's illegal to harass people. And it's people are paid to harass people. And the government has a role to this program. So do you know how insane that is? Sweden has signed off on the UN Declaration of Human Rights too. Okay. Like ratified or whatever it's called. They have recognized this, we agree on this. No, I have a point. That's my point is, this program is illegal, breaking the law, and the 5% doing this are participating in crimes, okay, by harassing people. Now, me being told this, like I haven't, like, oh, I'm got, next time I see the guy that's bad, I got punched in the face for this. I haven't taken my action to my own hands, like physically, even tried to, okay? And I haven't reported to the police. But I've been documenting to make it harder for people to arrest me and make it look like this. That I fight back by getting worse, but it's like, this is happening, it's not okay. It's like, do you understand? It's like, oh, the other says stuff. Report me to the police. And it's like, this is the crazy message. Let's say I was right, that they were in here doing narcissistic tactics when they were killing me, doing things to pick on me, narcissistic tactics. And it's like, how like they call the cops on me. And be like, he's been stressed, okay? And it's like talking to people about why I ended up in a psych ward and who said who when the cops go down. Well, you've been stressed or something like this. I'm an autistic person, I have disabilities. So I said, in what world are you used to that or something? Like, I've been stressed, okay? And on top of that, there's people that are trying to stress me, and then they're like, well, he's been stressed. So, okay. So it's like bizarre stuff. And basically, it's like normal. So this is a big program. Police involvement, regular job civilians, people are service workers can be recruited too. There's no like law type, there's only middle-aged white males targeted. It could be young black males, young white males, old Mexican males. It's like there's no like race or type, okay? Like when I have statistics, it's like low income people more likely to be like boots on the ground, stalkers and get sent out to harass somebody. Okay. There's somebody who's like high education, but is better well off. So everyone. I'm not joking. This guy called Matthias is a Swedish guy, he's not photographer. And he makes personalized psychological like warfare videos. Okay. One of the ways I've been told is with dehumanization. Like legal dehumanization. I can give you an example. Like one time I got really mad because it's like these people go around saying Mike is not a real human, he's a Nephilim serpent, he doesn't have a real human soul. Okay, this is how it works, like narcissist. It's like when they're gonna figure out like what to do with the flying monkeys to tailor make harassment, it's like what would push his buttons. And they go to like, well, one has gotten him really mad before. It happened used to be like when I was still active, like trying to get along with other Christians and like on that YouTube channel Christian communities, leaving comments. They'd be like somebody shows up like a cyberstalker bot account. They'd be like, this guy Mike Sai is not a real human. He's a Nephilim serpent seed spore of Satan, doesn't have a human soul. He doesn't have a soul. It's the kind of same stuff the Nazis said about the Jews. See? Okay. Like little textbook demonization. The Nephilim doesn't have a soul. Okay. And then, like that got me enraged at some point in time. And it used to be like more reliable, I'd like lose my mind. Kind of like I had a moment today where like someone comes in, pisses me off, like ah, okay. Then be kind of more often I respond like that. That's the point. Back in there. But here's the point. Yeah, so that's something that's really got me enraged with this before. We like to talk about the dehumanization. But I send those cyberstalk agents to communities that we can be dehumanizing, we call them Nephilim, that doesn't have a soul. Okay. And it's like, and there are other times like the dehumanization is really evil. And they're like, oh, when Mike is like has like a moment of clarity, it's like, yeah, I'm being dehumanized. That's what has really enraged him at times. A guy that really live it. There's a neighbor who's a gangster. I mean, that I wouldn't be surprised if it was one. Who lives across the hall from me. If we didn't move out. And it's like same time at the exit. So as I arrive home, oh, it happens they open the store to receive a pizza. Just as I come home, he's wearing a t-shirt Nephilim, the Nephilim on it. So this type of stuff like happened long ago. Like time of event has been happening. It will you like these people are dehumanizing me, saying I'm a Nephilim, okay? And it's like that's really enraging me. And I've talked about how symptom interaction is part of targeting, but part of the ways you get targeted is people in the neighborhood that you notice how when you leave, they leave, or when you leave, you encounter the same person frequently too much to be chance, and their behavior will be that weird. So I arrive home, it's like a pizza guy waiting downstairs. It's like they timed it. So it's like just as I exit the elevator, and the pizza guy is waiting outside the elevator to sit there. And then I walk into the elevator, and he walks into the elevator, and he goes up in there with me. It's like he opens to receive the pizza, see? And he's wearing like a Nephilim t-shirt, see? So it's something like this type of stuff that probably get people to do. Okay. And another time the same time at the accident, he was doing things that like saying things like talking, passing small talk, but I could tell he was messing with me somehow. It's another thing that I've had to have self awareness about as an autistic person is like delayed emotional processing. So I'm like intelligent, I have a high IQ, but sometimes it can be like a delayed lag effect, and I've like realized this myself, where it's kind of like an acute IQ decrease. But like, let's say I want to pen or something for this, it's like I'm kind of feeling nervous or tense for this, and it's like 3 hours later I'm like, oh, they were being passive aggressive with me, and kind of gaslighted to here's what they were doing. So, and basically it boils down to my brain is overloaded with like the socializing aspect. So I'm not really like in real time processing emotions also for this. It'd be like things that slip by like in the moment. And then if I'm replaying like last time the time oh, I'm getting oh he was doing this or something. Do you understand? Where it's like in the moment it's like can be delay of processing. Was it okay? Where we kind of catch up with it. That is the point. Which is why I had to make kind of rules for myself. Like next time if this happen, okay, here's how I respond or something like this. So it's, I'm not like just like anyway, that's the point. Yeah, so I'm talking in this neighborhood, I'm talking in the city, and I'm working to kind of cement myself into history books because if I'm meaning is I kind of like leave my mark. I'm not gonna have them put me in the psych ward and like Epstein did, or like, oh I had an accident or like have some plan to kill me or a national cop, whatever. I'm not gonna be like taken up by the system. God forbid if when that happens. And then like just all my information is gone. So it's like what I'm doing here, yeah, I'm working to do things that matter. And in case I die from the target, it's like at least I have the videos exposed to the government out there. I think so. So it's good that I got on a different platform. So here's the point. I'm not gonna stop, by the way. I do what I want. I don't care if he doesn't like it. Actually, I would like it more if some people are bothered by that. I love my freedom. Okay. And I gotta keep living free. My president and prisoners away while I'm living. I'm still free. I remember something. My mom used to have like a kind of special interest, like a affinity for Indians, like American Indian culture, the American culture. I remember that. Maybe a face where she was like, into like Native Americans. Okay, it's like the stuff. That kind of sounds like I talk about myself. I'm artist with special interests, but I look at person. Well, they had an interest of it. That's the point. I remember something my mom told me. Because it was like there was a Indian chief in America. The guy like put in prison for being Indian. He was like kind of like a victim assistant. He got put in prison, and he was like, even though I'm in prison here, they can't take my freedom from me. So, okay, Indian chief, okay. And he was in prison. Like, even though I'm locked up in prison, say I have my freedom, they can't take my freedom from me. So basically somebody was put in prison, Indian chiefs, like one of these Pocahontas speeches or whatever it is. And it's in there like, so I still have my freedom, but I can't take it. So basically, I can't but blow your mind as a kid, so watch the secrets of it. So here's the point. Later on, as a Christian, it's like, oh, that actually applies to being a real Christian. Where even if the government gets you, like handcuffs you, and you're in prison, you are still freer than anybody else who is not a Christian. When it comes down to it, okay. I mean, if you're a Christian in prison, you're still freer than the prison guards work in the prison if they're not Christians. Okay. So, anyway, here's the point. I don't have to tolerate being abused. Well, if 5 months is told to do cyber harassment, narcissistic abuse, tactics to me. I have a right to choose how to respond to that. The freedom. So, I had assassinations before. Assassination attempts by the program. I've had assassinations before. That's what you can do. The cat, I'm back again. I've got a reconnection. I've had assassination attempts before. Yeah, okay, whatever, I'm gonna finish up. It's like, I'm getting to a point now where it's like, I can tell that it's like I'm not as articulate as I want to be. It's becoming kind of difficult at this point to make call. I default to like the slogan, get the word about gangs talking bullet profiles. Like, I'm a total widow, government gangs are total widows, okay? Here's what it is, here's what it's not. And then kind of start trying to talk about it. It's like, yeah, whatever, I've done the job here. So, I keep getting word about gangs talking total widows. I know. The Washington guy won't be like that. So I gotta finish up.